Good morning. We want to take you live to Scarborough, where the Ontario Fire Marshal is providing an update.
All right, sir, what can you tell us about this investigation?
So this morning we have crews from the Office of the Fire Marshal in conjunction with Toronto Fire Services, Toronto Police. We also have Enbridge Gas on scene right now. Right now what we're doing is bar holing to determine whether or not there's been a displacement of the natural gas distribution system. And that's essentially to make sure the scene is safe. A little bit later this morning, what we'll be doing is utilizing heavy equipment. We'll be getting into the building to start delayering the debris and initiating our investigation to determine the cause of the fire.
How challenging is it for your crews to get to the scene? I mean, there's not much left of the home. Is it considered dangerous at this time?
Well, right now, this is what we're doing. Right now, we're doing our assessment to make sure it's safe to get in. This is it's a scene that will be accessible later this morning. Again, we'll have to utilize the services of a hi-ho or a heavy piece of equipment to do so.
Fire crews are telling us you believe the homeowner didn't make it out. Have you found the body at this time? At
this time, no. The information we have is correct, what you're suggesting. We're going on the premise that there is somebody inside, and that will be part of the investigation and the excavation process.
Describe, you've seen the damage in there. What does it look like for people who can't see you and think what the devastation is there?
Well, everything's come into the scene right now, so with an explosion you have certainly a rapid displacement, and then everything kind of falls back into the scene. And that's what we're faced with right now. We have quite a bit of debris that's inside the building and subsequent fire. So there is some damage we needed to address for sure.
Any idea what could have caused an explosion of this size to take out the entire home, even stretching to the home next door?
Well, there's a number of factors, and that's again part of the investigation. So it could be a number of things that. What actually has to happen once we identify the fuel load, then we'll be able to determine the flammable limits and the explosive limits, and that will help us determine what the cause was and what the fuel source was.
Thank you for the update.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Rob?
Okay, so if you're just joining us, we're getting this update on this house explosion out of Scarborough. I'm going to step out of the way here. It was yesterday at around 11:40 in the morning. Crews were called to this home along Kitchener Road. This is in Scarborough, along a quiet residential street. Behind me here, Beatrice, you can see what's left of the home, some damage to the house next door. What we heard from the fire marshal at this time, they're bringing in this heavy equipment. At this time, they do not believe the homeowner made it out of the building alive, so they're considering this body removal. What we know is that they need this equipment to get in to the scene. It's obviously a bit of a dangerous situation given that the area is very unstable. So that equipment will be used as part of this recovery process, and then they're going to shift into exactly what might have sparked this explosion. It's hard to say, but it was obviously a very big one. I've had a chance to speak with quite a few neighbors along this street. They're all telling me the same thing. They could feel the explosion. They heard the loud bang. They didn't know what was going on. They came outside. They described the scene as pretty chaotic because many neighbors were running over, seeing this home up in flames and spreading to a nearby house. I have also heard from somebody who lives not far saying that they saw the homeowner, a man who he says lived alone in this home prior to when the explosion happened. So there's a lot that we still don't know, but it's certainly a very sad mood within this neighborhood. The fact that somebody hasn't survived and that they're now shifting this into what's considered a body recovery. And they will also eventually try and figure out exactly what caused the fire. So more to come, but we just received that update from the fire marshal's office. They're telling us they're going to be here all day, and the equipment should be arriving in the next couple of hours or so, which will be the next step in all of this. Beatrice, over to you.
Okay, Courtney Heels reporting for us live this morning in Scarborough. Courtney, thank you for that update.